So I thought we'd start today with a little tour of the farm, and we're starting at the smelliest place for today, which is the buck pen. So we have 2 registered full fainter bucks, myotonic. This is Loki, the black and white one, and then the red one is Thor. My boys are Marvel fans, if you couldn't tell. And so we have a pretty large pen that we have set up for the bucks here. We do rotate them around on it, and we'll do a video about pasture rotation and why we do that at a later date. Loki is 5 years old and Thor is 2. This is Thor's first season to be a breeding buck. Loki is the professional. He's bred our does every year for the last 4 years, and they have their own area where they can run around and play, and they're well away from every area that we spend as a family because they are so smelly. We have them set up with hay and a couple of containers to sleep in. Bucks normally like to have their own space. They don't all bunch up like does do, and so each of them has a good area that they can get out of the weather, out of the wind, and out of the rain. But we also have an area set up for them where they can be out in the shade on days that it's warm, where they might need to get out of the sun a little bit. So this is our chicken coop, affectionately known as the Fluffy Butt Hut. We have a barnyard mix of chickens, hens and 1 rooster. I'm not real sure how many are in here right now because we have recently added to our flock. Like I said in our origin video, we started off with 6 little chicks, and we have grown to probably close to 15 or so. Our coop is made out of PVC and hardware cloth, along with some chicken wire as well. And then we have a small electric fence run around the bottom of it that is hooked to our main electric fence that runs all over our property. We have already done a little bit of winter prep on our coop because we were having a lot of rain and a lot of wind that was blowing the rain in, and the girls were having a hard time staying dry, so we went ahead and put up some black visqueen over part of the coop so that they have a dry area to stay in. Today we're in Louisiana fall, so things are pretty warm, and a lot of the girls are dust bathing in the dry dirt. We're getting ready to have some rain and cold spell, and I'm sure they can sense the weather changing, and so they're prepping in that way. Our coop does move around the property. My son moves it every day, and so we're fertilizing the ground as well as providing the opportunity for the girls to forage and be on fresh grass, like free range, but a lot safer because we don't have to worry about predators getting them during the day. One of the real bonuses to our purchase on this property was a manufactured pole barn. Previous owners used it just for storage and as a workshop, and that's kind of what we used it for to start with: storage and tools and even some 4-wheelers and stuff like that. As I mentioned in our origin video, we now have transformed it into a lovely goat palace, as my husband likes to say. The structure on the side is a lean-to that we built. It was originally our chicken coop before we built our mobile chicken coop, and it is outfitted now with a sink for us to wash things and process chickens, and even storage for some small equipment like the 4-wheeler that we have in it now. We decided to use the back of it and fence all of that in when we transitioned our does into this area. It makes it very close to the barn, easy to feed, easy to have access to electricity and water as well. You see the tire out here with a big PVC pipe sticking out of it. We did make an attempt at digging a well, and we're not successful at getting actually down to the water table. So we do have future plans to work with someone to have a well professionally dug to provide water for our animals and just for work here on the farm. I know you think that we probably just patched this video of Loki in here rubbing his head on this pipe or T-post, but he really does do it all the time. You might look at these videos and think we've got the perfect setup, that everything is just right for us to be successful. We've made a lot of mistakes and learned many hard lessons, but we wouldn't trade any of it. We've grown so much as a family and individually as a result. We took a rundown piece of land, reclaimed pastures, clear brush piles, briars, as well as some pretty unusual refuse, making it into a beautiful place for our kids to grow up, for wildlife to flourish, and for us to prepare for the future. That is the beauty of this, learning about life, trusting in faith, falling down, but getting back up, and working really, really hard, but also spending some time just kidding around.